If you're looking for coins to finish off FC24, I have the place for you. Head over to U7Buy for all your coin needs. They're cheap, fast, and reliable. But make sure to use the code GTT at the end of checkout for 6% off every order. So we've got another crafted upgrade. This is going to give us 20 different objectives ranging from 10, 15, 20, 25 all the way up to 160. This is going to give us multiple packs across the way from 85 times 7, 83 times 20s, 84 times 10 multiple times, and a lot of good fodder. So that's going to be a huge one with an 84-20 at the end. So you've got to finish off the SBC to get it done. So let's have a look and see what SBC we've got then. So straight off the bat, we're going to go into the upgrades, and you should see it should be around here somewhere. What is that? The 86 times 3 batch 2. Interesting. So it should be here. So it's a 77 times 5. 1 SBC to complete. Fantastic. And I can imagine it is going to be a full 11 with 1 rare in it. So let's just get 1 squad done and we'll see what we can get back from this. So not only will you get a decent amount of packs back from the objectives, you will also get a decent amount of rewards back as well from the pack itself. So that's always nice in general. So let's have a quick look and see what this one gives us. So that's number 1 done. We will try and get all of these done and maybe put it into a video, but in general, how to do it is going to be the more kind of what I want to do for you. So the 77 times 5, the best thing about it as well, you get 5 players. If none of them are kind of like keep worthy, you can obviously put 5 back, meaning you only need 6 every time. So it's going to be just a normal gold to start with. Portuguese centre mid. It's going to be Bernardo Silva. So this is going to be the perfect thing. Yes, it is going to be Bernardo Silva. So this is going to be the perfect thing with it. Is not only now, for instance, we get 2 cards. Is if we look at this and kind of take this as a guinea pig answer, we'll put Laporte in, but just remember he's gone into my club. What you could do from this, just as a straight off the bat, if you're struggling for any sort of upgrades, is you've just got an 88 and an 85. Well, that's going to be an easy one to not only have the other 3 players to put back in, but then we're going to have, for instance, an 85 overall. So we can go ahead and do that, and then also we have an 88 as well. So if we go with Laporte in this, just to show you what this would be like, we get 7 players at this, so that would be nearly enough to get the full whack in already. And then it was to go ahead and take this to the 88. We can then go ahead and put in Bernardo Silva as well. So if we're going to go put him in, I believe this is a 27, I want to say. What is it, 27? 27 players. So that's going to give you 27 players, meaning we got 34 back from just doing 1. Now, I'm not saying you're going to get an 85 and an 88 in every single one, but the chances of getting somebody of a higher rated, I can imagine just getting 189 would be pretty fantastic. You can get a 59 or 51 player pack for that one. So we get the 7 player pack, and sometimes you can get something out of these as well, which is always nice. It's not necessarily always going to be fodderful, but it could potentially reward you very nicely. So that is going to be a perfect one in itself. And then also we're going to get the 27. So we're going to get that underway, and that's going to be another gold as well. So let's have a look and see what we do get from this. It's going to be Leipzig goalkeeper, and it's going to be Gooselag, forgot about him. So it's going to give us pretty much just your standard back. So already just from that, we've managed to get ourselves, what, 34 players. If we take out the 2 that we obviously used, that's going to give us 37 players in total, meaning we can then do this SBC another 3 times on top. So that is absolutely massive when it comes to the repeatability of all this as well. It's not only the fact that we have all of these upgrades, it's just the fact that we can keep going around doing them. So if, for instance, we was just to go back again, we've got it in the favorites now, we go do another one, you can just keep doing this. It is the best thing about it, and when it comes to actually grinding it out, it's relatively simple. Like, we get a lot of the gold rares back from it, so that's always perfect. And if you do get anybody, even if it's just 285s, you put them back in, that's another SBC, and probably another 2 if you count what you get back as well. So you should be able to do this relatively quickly, to be honest. With all of these upgrades, it should be pretty common, and you might even get a few specials from it as well. Now, not every time you're going to get anything crazy. I think this is going to be one where we don't. So we do get an 85, so there's 7 players back, which is technically enough 7, and then we've got 4. So yeah, so we could just go ahead and put the 4 players that we got back from it and then open up the 7 to then get enough to do another one. And I'm not saying that you want to do this for every single one, but if you do kind of are struggling with fodder, this is going to be the perfect way to do it. Build a few of them, then obviously go ahead and put anything into the exchange, open the exchange, build a few more, and you just keep going round. You'd realize that 160 really doesn't take that long with this amount of kind of fodder that you're going to get back from it. So for instance, if we was to do this, we're gonna have to deal with an item. We'll put the 85 in, and then we'll open up the 7 pack again. And as we see, we'll open it up. We're going to get another gold. So if we could get a special again, that would always be perfect. But even if we don't, it's still going to just give us enough cards to put back round. If you get anything fodder again, you just go ahead and put it back into the exchange. And you kind of go with that aspect in everything. So once we've kind of done this, because the whole point of this upgrade is to put any specials back into the club and then into the exchange if you need more players. Now, if you are looking how to start this, I would suggest normally just starting off with 1, 2, 3 or 4 89 rated players, or at least anybody of that level into the 89 exchange. You're not going to get any better start than opening up a 51 player pack. You won't be able to buy players quick enough. Utilize your club. Obviously, that's going to be another great way as well. But if you've not necessarily got in your club, that is, again, more than fine. So, for instance, if we go for someone like Rodri in this, if we open up a 51 player, for instance, we could do enough to get 5 out the way. I know we need to put an extra 4 players in. That's absolutely fine as well. We get 5 of them done, meaning we get 25 players back, meaning we could do another 2 with there, any exchanges coming back from that, and you just repeat the process. If you bought 189 every single time, it's roughly around about 10 to 12,000 coins depending on the market at the time. Potentially you do get something like this back as well. We're going to get, ooh, okay, I wasn't expecting that. It's going to be fantasy. I can't remember his rating. I think 89, 90. So already there's another exchange if we really want to. I don't know if there's going to be anything else in here. 83s. But again, we've got another player that we can put in. So we can go ahead and just go get another 51 players, meaning we've doubled our expectations. So there's 10 SBCs we can do if we're doing it in quick maths, meaning then we can go ahead and put, what would that be? So you could do 10 of them, giving 50 players back. Meaning if you put an extra 4 or 5 players in, you'd be able to go ahead and do another 5 on top. Oh, yeah, another 5 on top. I mean, that's quite easy, to be honest. You literally grind it out so quickly, it's unbelievable. So it is a nice crafting upgrade. It's not going to be necessarily anything that is crazy difficult or crazy hard, but it is just going to be a bit of a grind to get it done. So we're going to go ahead and put him back in, and the likely chance you get someone back again is very high. There's a lot of players in special right now, and this is the whole point of Futties. You get special cards, and as we see, it's not always going to happen, but we're going to get Minyan. 87 can go in the exchange. We also get another 85 can go in the exchange if you are struggling, and there's another X amount of players that you can put in. Once you've then grinded all of them out, you can then go ahead and whack more in to the SBC. Go do the objective. Once you get the first objective pack, you can do the exact same for the exchange. For instance, if we was to look at the where is it? There it is. If we look at the first one, 83 times 2, 84 times 2. Once you get kind of like here, the 30 complete, there's a potential that you get 5 players that are all exchange players, meaning you can get it quicker. 84 times 10 is the same, and you could potentially get some good fodder that you could put in the exchange as well. So it's a very easy grind, nothing too complicated to do. Let me know down below if you do manage to get anybody good. Hopefully there is a Pele waiting for you at 160, but apart from that, make sure you like and subscribe.